welcome back, folks, and joining us once again. And, last time we got a lot of great information, a lot of great questions from you all on the chat board. Dr. Cidral is with us again from redrecover.com. Dr. Francisco Cidral, good morning, sir. How are you doing?
Good morning. How are you doing?
Excellent, excellent. And Dr. Cidral, by the way, has a master's and a PhD in neuroscience and postdoctorate in health science. He specializes in integrative therapies and neurobiology of pain and inflammation. And, of course, kind enough to join us now to talk a little bit about Red Recover and red light therapy and the history behind it and some of the positives and some of the things. Listen, I tell you all the time, you go to redrecover.com, use our code Big O, you will get 10% off. Those of you living with pain, this is what we're trying to help you with, because as we get older, wear and tear on our bodies, weekend warriors, playing your softball games, playing your, whatever it is that you play, tennis, racquetball, pickleball, right? Is that other one nowadays?
That's the big one.
Yeah, that's the big one. And so we all develop some injuries. Maybe you have an older surgery that has kind of caused some issues down the line. All these things, red light therapy has been helping a lot of our listeners out with back issues, neck, elbow, knees, ankles, all those things. We talk about that. And then we've talked about how, also for hair growth, you can use it. They've got the hat to help you with hair growth for the ladies. They've got the cover for it's kind of like white lights, right? Those are kind of like whitish red lights or something like that. I think there's a mix.
There's blue as well.
Blue, that's what it is. I don't do the crow's feet thing, but for the ladies, it's just 5 minutes a day, and it's just absolutely amazing. So there are so many ways that you can really benefit from red light therapy without taking drugs, without spending a whole ton of money on constantly taking those drugs, when all you have to do is get one wrap and use it 15 minutes a day. And by the way, for you workout warriors, we tell you all the time, before your workout, after your workout, it optimizes your workout, gets the blood flow going even before you start working out. It might even, Doc, I could say almost as far, it might even help you prevent some injuries down the line. Right?
It's true. It increases microcirculation in the area, so you have more blood flow. It works a little bit like the stretching that you have to do before your workout. Right. So you get more energy into your cells, and then when you do the activity, then you're going to feel better. For the ladies, it's kind of interesting. Something that we just came across that I would like to share with you pretty quick.
Sure.
Is we have
lots of guys who married. Right.
Yeah, and some things that I haven't really thought about before, but we've been getting some interesting feedback from ladies after C-sections, and they're saying that even second time moms, they're saying that this is taking a lot less time to reduce the swelling, because they have a significant swelling. It's a very complicated surgery that has to go through a lot of different tissues. So there is a big inflammatory process, and it generates a lot of pain. So what they're saying is that it takes a lot faster now to reduce the swelling, and also they can stop taking the painkillers even like after a week, which is incredible. Needless to say, that low-level light therapy also helps you recover faster and give you more energy. And by the way, there's a lot of interesting studies out there showing the benefits for scarring. So less scarring, and that's what they're saying: less scars, reduced amount of time that it takes for all the swelling to go away, and then reduced pain during the process, which for a lady that just had a baby is very significant. They're so happy having the baby, but they look down and they see, oh, this is all swollen and everything else. So if you can do the mental part of it, it's very, very, very interesting. So we've been getting a lot of interesting feedback for women that went through C-section, so postpartum. Women should be using this as well, and that makes you think about it. Like menstrual cramps. There is also, I have to report, a lot of interesting studies and reports that, remember, you're increasing circulation to the area, decreasing inflammation, reducing pain. So that's going to be very beneficial for that as well.
Wow, amazing.
So for those women's, problems, I mean, it's a God-given. That's what they're telling us. And then for the man, you think, okay, I have the wives, but I also have my problems, So you may think about testosterone. You may think about infertility. You may think about erectile dysfunction. Those are things that we mentioned a little bit before. But I just happened to take another look at the literature, and I found that, I mean, we already knew about the testosterone levels. We have a lot of anecdotal evidence of people that are doing the levels and then using low level light therapy in the pads in the area, and then they redo the count later on, and they see a big difference. But I found a study that was actually conducted at the University of Siena in Italy in 2016, which was a randomized placebo-controlled trial, and they did it with 38 different men, and they measured their testosterone level and separated them in two different groups. And one of the groups was getting a clinical dose of low-level light therapy, red therapy, light therapy, early in the morning. And after 2 weeks, they measured again. The control group continued the same, and the group that was being treated with low-level light therapy doubled the amount of testosterone, like 2 times more. And then you think, oh, well, this is it works for everything. Well, it works in every cell that has mitochondria, so
Right.
it works everywhere.
And again, folks, when we're talking about this, if you have any questions, you can send them in on the chat board. If you're talking about any kind of chronic pain you have or your family member, and again, the scars, you can look at some of our prior shows. We actually show you the before and after of folks who had operations, and sometimes you have a scar from an operation, and then that scar doesn't necessarily disappear. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you will walk around, yeah, I got, oh yeah, this scar, that scar, Well, with red light therapy, you might not be able to show off a scar anymore because the scar might be just gone. And that's the thing. And then the doc is talking about how on the women's side or on the men's side, you're talking about eliminating drugs. So you're now using natural red light therapy now. You're not using drugs. Your kidneys are thanking you. Your body's thanking you, because really we're not supposed to be putting all these drugs in our systems. You know what I'm saying? But red light therapy is all natural. It's great for the kids. So several of you ordered it during the summer because you had kids running around and all that stuff. And the ankle one was the big one. That was the big seller over the summer for kids because of twisted ankles and all those things. And by the way, my wife is now using, Doc, the one for the bottom of the foot because she's a teacher. So she's standing all day.
Perfect.
And a couple of days in, she could tell the difference while she was standing all day, that it wasn't bothering her nearly as much towards the end of the day because she kept getting the therapy every day when she gets home. So thank you for that, because I know you guys just came out with that wrap for the bottom of the foot, and it is fantastic.
We did. It just came out like a couple of weeks ago, I think, or 3 weeks ago. And maybe you got an earlier prototype, probably.
Yes, I
because
did.
we think of you.
She's had it for about a month. Yeah, she's had it for about a month. Yeah.
Oh, whenever we have something new, we think of you, and then we send, so that you could try. And,
Oh, well, Ed mentioned it, right? And I said, oh, man, my wife would love that for her feet. You know what I'm saying? And again, how easy is it to put a wrap on your foot instead of grabbing a bucket and hot water and Epsom salt, and then you got to sit there and all that kind of stuff. And the red light therapy is just, you're watching television, you wrap your foot, you're done in 15 minutes, you take it off, put it on the other foot, 15 minutes, done. And you just keep watching your television while you're hanging out. It's so simple and much cleaner than, a tub and all that other stuff.
It's very, very safe. We're just starting a study next semester at a university. It's going to be a post-graduation level PhD in the health sciences of one of the students. And the study is with babies, actually.
By the way, Too Extreme is asking, Big O, can you ask Dr. Cidral if it's okay to wear the Red Recover over clothes, or does it have to be directly applied to the skin area?
So whatever you put in between your skin and the product is going to reduce the amount of light that's going to penetrate. If it is a very soft fabric, that's going to be okay. But if it's something too thick, I wouldn't recommend it.
Okay, and let's see, what else do we have here? Can you do red light therapy in a tanning bed of a setup?
I don't see why not, but it's going to be kind of weird because imagine if you have the pad over here and then you get, tanned all over, but in where the pad is, it's going to be
No,
kind of
I
fun.
think he's talking about you create an
I know.
entire booth that's all red
I know.
lights.
Yeah. No. Yeah. No. Absolutely. Yeah. Sure.
That
I'm
would be
just.
actually pretty cool, by the way.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
I
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
wonder I wonder if you guys did that, like a tanning booth, that it's all red light therapy for the entire body. I
So
wonder how much that would, like, improve your entire system because it's getting affected all over the place, blood flow going everywhere. I bet it would be really interesting, the results of something like that.
we're working on a product that is going to be a lot more, a lot easier to carry around than one of those big bads. I'm not sure I'm supposed to say it right now, but we already have the prototype ready, so should be launching it for next year. And by the way, to just as a reminder, next week, we're because of the Thanksgiving and everything, we're gonna have like a 50% off on the website.
Ooh, all right. So
Yes.
Black Friday.
Oh
Black
yes.
Friday.
Black Friday. There
Okay,
we
so Black Friday, 50%. There you go. This
go.
the time you wanna get some red light therapy for the shoulder, for the neck, the back, the knees, the ankles. We got them for every part of the body that you need, the feet, you name it,
There we
hair. If you
go.
want to get the hat, I'm waiting for the new hat that has the Red Recovered logo on
Oh
it.
yes, yes,
Yeah,
and
so
it's already pretty affordable, in
I
comparison
know,
to
and
anything
they're
that you
really
see.
affordable.
But
Yes, way more affordable than continuing to buy drugs for the rest
oh
of your
yes,
life.
yes.
You know? So that to me, that's the thing. Now, all right, Doc, before we let you go, talk to us a little bit when it comes to why is it that red light therapy alleviates the pain? Explain that to people because they probably have a hard time understanding it because they haven't experienced it like I have, like my wife has, like Sean Stanley has. He's got bone, our producer's got bone on bone knee because he was jumping out of planes as a Marine. So his knee's all messed up. So there's no way of repairing that. But the red light therapy, what it does is it alleviates the discomfort. It gets the blood flow going in there. So you're the doctor. I'm not. Please explain to people, even for people like Sean in an extreme sense where they've got bone on bone, how red light therapy alleviates the pains in the different joints.
Okay, so the first thing is that two things I want to say first. The first one is, remember, this is an FDA approved recommendation for low level light therapy, lasers, LEDs, pain, and inflammation. So that's second one is, if you go into the Library of Congress, the medical database of the U.S. National Institutes of Health, there is going to be more than 10,000 publications with low level light therapy, lasers and LEDs. So it's so well validated. And the very first thing that was investigated, and it was actually what I did in my PhD, was investigating the effects of low level light therapy for pain and inflammatory conditions. The things that it does is, first of all, it increases production of cellular energy, ATP. So the cell has more energy to deal with whatever problems are happening right there. Second one, it reduces the effect of oxidative stress. So oxidative stress is also known to be associated with pain. Third of all, it increases blood circulation to the area that generates more energy, more conditions for the cell to get rid of all the different inflammatory cytokines and everything else that are in the tissue that when it's injured. And then fourth, very important, it decreases the amount of inflammatory mediators that are generated during a process of an inflammation and pain overall. You know, the last one, which is very interesting, how opioids work. They are going to attach inside of our body to specific receptors that are called the opioid peripheral receptors in most of the cases, and that reduces the sensation of pain. The keratinocytes, which are the cells all around our skin, they are rich in those natural opioids called endorphins. They have them stored inside of them. Low level light therapy kind of opens the gate to release those natural analgesics that our body produces, and then you have the decrease of pain. All of these is very well documented, and we've shown that through the research. So because of all those reasons, less pain, less inflammation, less swelling, more circulation in the area, and then you have the benefits.
Pat in Asheville is asking, are there any risks or time limits for using red light therapy? From what I understand, Doc, once you use it for 15 minutes at that moment, there's really no reason. You're not going to get any benefits by using it for 30 minutes. You've got to wait an allotted amount of time, maybe later on in the day, to then get benefits again. Is that how it goes?
That's it. I mean, you give it the dose, the appropriate dose, which is like 15 minutes is good enough, and then that's enough for the cells to to start working, generate the APP, start producing all the anti-inflammatory mediators there, and then you can rest, let your body work. And it's like a drug. You take a drug, it's going to do something, and after 8 hours, 12 hours, you need to take it again. Then you do it again.
Then you can do it again. Exactly, Pat. That's the way I've been told. That's why you could do workouts where you do it before and then you do it after.
Correct.
You could do that. And then you can do what's it called? You woke up, you always have this shoulder pain or something like that. We'll treat it in the morning before you go to work as you're getting prepared. And then when you get home at night, treat it again and give
the
it
nice
another
thing
shot.
is you can do it as you're
gonna
getting
notice,
prepared.
yeah, you're gonna notice the difference as within the first couple days. You will notice the difference. It's not weeks or months or anything. The hair will take months.
Yeah.
And I can tell you that if it can grow, you know what I mean? It's going to take months, a year. That's going to take a while. That one will. But pain and discomfort,
it's
within a
very,
couple of
very fast. And like you
very
said, it's so easy to use that you can do it while you're getting ready. Put
right,
on the sleeve and then keep doing your thing.
right, doing your thing. Um, let's see what else do we have here. I think somebody was asking something else. I think that was kind of a joke there. Okay, yeah, no. They want to get Tua the red light tanning bed so we can get to the Super Bowl with Tua. Okay, so can you get a red light tanning bed for Tua? Is what we want. We want Tua at his max. All right, Doc. So can we get a Tua bed?
Oh yes, we can. For him, we could make one for sure. Ed would love that, right? He's a big fan.
Oh yeah, no. Ed would make one. He would personalize it. He'd put it in dolphin colors.
Yeah.
No, Ed would by the way, for those of you, Ed is the president of the company, and the guy's a monster Dolphins fan. Like he's loving life right now. Okay. He loves the Dolphins. He loves this platform, big supporter of the platform. And so is redrecover.com. So listen, we're telling you about stuff I use, my wife uses, Sean uses. There's no BS here, and you're going to feel it. Go to redrecover.com, check out the blogs, check out the video blogs, use our code Big O, get 10% off. Or better yet, the doc said it, you can wait till next Friday, Black Friday, and you're going to get 50% off there. So you don't need to use Big O or anything. You'll get 50% off, but check it out, look for it, see which wraps you would like, and then order them. Doc, thank you as always, my friend. I look forward always to our conversations. Very informative. We will catch up later on in the month, my friend. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
You got it. Dr. Francisco Cidral, redrecover.com.